Hiya! Welcome to LSB Feasters radio channel, where our mission in life is keeping great radio from the past alive. Today we're going to Boston and 1030 WBZ, and something that was really cool WBZ used to do back in the early 1970s, the Grease Weekend. For a couple of weeks back in the early 1970s, I think it was 72 and 73, WBZ would leave its talk format, play music, and pretend it was still the 1950s. It was just a great, fun thing to listen to, and WBZ cranked up the echo and just really recreated the sound of the 50s, and they brought in legendary Boston radio talent from the past, like Dick Summer, J.J. Jeffrey, Arnie Woo Woo Ginsberg, Larry Justice, and others. And they didn't stop there. They also brought in legendary talent from around the country, like Robert W. Morgan, Murray the K, B. Mitchell Reed, Dick Clark was a part of this too, and Wolfman Jack. It was so much fun. I kind of wish BZ still did this kind of stuff today. If you weren't there in 72 and 73 to hear it, give it a listen now. It's the mighty 1030 WBZ Boston during the Grease Weekend.
I'm Art Gardner, WBZ News. The following is unbelievable, and you shouldn't believe all of it. It's all for fun as BZ relives the 50s and 60s.
And now, here he is, Arnie Woo Woo Ginsberg.
You're about to hear this is a show that's gonna make you smile for me. It's Arnie Ginsberg on the Night Train Show. He plays the old and new, the swinging and the blue. He plays all the records, especially for you. It's Arnie Ginsberg on the Night Train Show. So come on, Arnie, let's go.
Oh, let's go. But how do you follow Wolfman Jack? First of all, you put your clothes on. I tell you, WBC's original Grease Weekend here will be around till 6 o'clock tonight.
I am a Hamburg nut. I love them, which makes my job great, because I cook big beefs at a Friendly's restaurant, and the big beef is the Hamburg lover's Hamburg. One difference is, most restaurants think regular ground beef is good enough for their Hamburg, not Friendly's. We make our big beef from quality ground round, and when you order one of theirs, it's maybe pre-cooked, pre-wrapped, pre-seasoned. It may come off an assembly line and sit under a hot lamp till you order it. But when you order a Friendly's big beef, you watch us cook it to your order. Rare, medium, well done. When it's cooked, you season it yourself. We don't hide our big beef under lots of sauce or a huge bun. We just serve it to you on buttered toast or roll. You know, every time I cook a big beef, I make it like I was going to eat it myself. That's what makes the difference between everybody else's Hamburg and Friendly's super great big beef. And at Friendly's, we think you'll know the difference.
We think you'll know the difference.
Ha! That's a Hamburg, and this is a Ginsburg, the old ding-dong daddy, wooing you right here on WBZ's original Grease Weekend with the greasiest songs of all time. Got to include something by Dion, a teenager in jail without bail. A teenager in love, and these are the tops and pops out of the past when you were a teenager in school. Remember? 1,000 Stars with Kathy Young and the Innocents. Everybody sing along.
1,000 stars in the sky. I'm yours.
Hey, this is WBZ's original Grease Weekend, broadcasting live and direct from Paragon Park, Fantastic Beach. All right, what's going to happen at 6 o'clock tonight? B. Mitchell Reed will be here. He's the fastest mouth in the West. And then 9 to midnight, our own Larry Justice, who's the slowest payer in the East. And that's the way it goes. All day and all night, all this weekend, all the big hits. And speaking of hits, we got a commercial for a beer, and then afterwards we got a special request commercial, a big surprise coming up.
Sounds good to me.
WBZ announcing Elephant Malt Liquor.
Yeah, it's kind of a funny name. Well, actually, it's named for the 2 imperial elephants that guard the gates of the Carlsberg Brewery in Copenhagen. That's in case you thought it was a drink for elephants. No, it's definitely for people. And you know, sometimes we hear the strangest things from those people, like Dick Breed.
Well, there was a time when I knew it all. Everything there was to know, that is, your dates, your cloud formations, your outbound trains from Pittsburgh, everything. Then, little by little, I started forgetting. Until I started drinking elephant malt liquor. Right about then, it came back to me. Your 1620, your Serastratas, your 1234 outbound, everything. How about that?
Just a coincidence, you say? Well, even so, if elephant malt liquor doesn't improve your memory, it's sure to be an improvement over anything else you're drinking. It's great by the bottle, superb by the six-pack, and incredible by the trunk. Elephant malt liquor. You should try it. You won't forget it.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, by special request, by popular demand, we take you way back when, the following commercial you shouldn't believe.
Adventure Car Hop is the place to go for food that's always right. Adventure food is always just so you relish every bite. On Route 1 in Saugus, come dressed just as you are. Adventure where the service is tops and you'll never get out of your car.
Hi there, this is Arnie Ginsberg telling you that Adventure Car Hop presents for the first time anywhere the Ginsburger. That's right, the Ginsburger is now being served at Adventure Car Hop. I designed it, I planned it, I tested it, but you're going to eat it, and what a delicious mouthful this is. And Adventure Car Hop is serving the Ginsburger on a record which you keep for your very own. If you say Woo Woo Ginsberg with your order, you get another Ginsburger free of charge. So how can you miss? Stop out to Adventure Car Hop, Route 1 in Saugus. The preceding commercial was not true at all because that was 10 years ago today, and Adventure Car Hop was charbroiled a few years ago.
I couldn't sleep at all last night. Just thinking of you. For the toys.
The one and only Bobby Lewis, a tossing and turning, and you're moving and grooving to the big sounds out of the past on the Grease Weekend.
Over the mountain.
On WBZ, Johnny and Joe. Over the mountain.
But all the mountains in the world couldn't block your love from my heart. I'm Harriet from Puritan. Stan and I are pretty excited. After 15 years on Washington Street, Norwood Center, we're moving to huge new quarters. And in mid-September, Puritan Furniture will open one of the largest home furnishing stores on one floor in New England. If you've ever moved, you know the problems and cost involved. And the cost of moving over $500,000 worth of merchandise to our new store would be, astronomical. So we've got to sell out our complete store and warehouse inventory. Much of our stock is brand new, just arrived. Some of it's been here a while, and many items are just one of a kind. Everything will be sold on a first-come, first-served basis. Bedrooms, living rooms, lane hope chests, decorator pieces, odds and ends, you name it. And when it's gone, it's gone. There'll be no more till we open our new store. And don't worry about cash. Budget terms are available. Help us to move and help yourself to wild savings now at Puritan's Complete Removal Sale, 607 Washington Street, Norwood Center. We're open nights till 9, tonight till 5:30.
Hey, I'm Arnie Ginsberg on WBZ's Original Grease Weekend, second annual edition. You know, the Robert Gould Shore House is a summer drop-in center for kids 9 to 14. There's sailing, mini bike riding, swimming, karate, all kinds of sports, and free lunch every day. It's open Monday through Thursday, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. The Robert Gould Shore House is at 612 Blue Hill Avenue, right across from Franklin Park. And we're coming across with all the big hits out of the past. We're going to have a super special, hard-to-get, impossible-to-get record coming up in just a minute.
If you were to ask 10 people what comes into their minds when you mention the name Buick, I'd be willing to bet economy wouldn't get a single mention. Luxury, yes. Quality, yes. Maybe even portholes. But economy? Well, let me tell you, Buicks have a side most people don't know about. A value for the money side. Buick LeSabre has a V8 engine, automatic transmission, and power steering standard. And right now, Buick dealers are giving clearance deals on the 73s they have in stock. Hey, wouldn't you really rather have a Buick?
No, I'd rather have a buck.
Hey, sweetheart, did you see where Dunphy's Fantastic Hyannis Resort is offering a swell deal that only a real patsy would pass up? It's called the Play It Again Vacation. And nobody's patsy and therefore not about to pass it up. You and I are going to dive into their numerous pools and classy food and swing through their 18-hole executive golf course and let time go by in their 3 nightclubs. And when we're through, we're going to do it all over again this winter. You see, when you spend Sunday through Friday at Dunphy's Hyannis during the summer season for just $129 a head, you get a free 6-day and 5-night vacation between November 15th and March 15th. A vacation now, a free vacation later. You got that, kid?
Dunphy's Hyannis Played Again Vacation. For reservations and details, call 227-8788. Price based on double occupancy, reservations on available space.
Of all the joints in all the world, you might as well walk into this one.
Yeah. Checking the BZ. Cuckoo time, it's 2:30.
You're listening to the greatest grease of all time on WBZ Boston, Group W, Westinghouse Broadcasting.
That's the oldest but goodiest of them all, Carlos is there. Your host up and down the East Coast, Woo Woo Ginsberg. We said we had something special. About 13 years ago, there was a song called High School USA. They did 20 different versions of it, and this was the one done specially for Boston. So let's hear If Your Town Is Mentioned.
High School USA.
Look out!
That was High School USA with Tommy Facenda, and you're listening to Music USA, WBZ's original Grease Weekend. Believe it or not, Carole King wrote this one, Locomotion, with Little Eva. And they're doing the Locomotion right here in front of WBZ's mobile home at Paragon Park, Nantasket Beach. Our original Grease Weekend, all the tops and pops out of the past coming your way. I'm Woo Woo, Woo Woo, Woo Ginsburg.
Tuborg, the beer that's got class, presents Casey Jones and Elgin Baylor.
Elgin, you've got class. Like your 70-point game sure had class.
71.
For a guy with one shot, you've got class. Like a Tuborg poured in a glass, you've got class.
Oh, no, Casey. You've got class. You were cool when you picked off my pants. For a little guy, you really had sass. Like a Tuborg poured in a glass, you've got class.
Oh, no, big man, you've got class. Like a championship team, you've got class.
But your team cut us off at the pass.
Like a Tuborg poured in a glass, you got class.
Tuborg's one of the best beers in Europe, and now it's made in America with a taste of the old country, but light like America, at American prices, too. Tuborg beer, it's got class.
Tuborg Breweries Limited, Waltham, Massachusetts. Remember, two Borgs are better than one.
Say hey, shop happy at convenience. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Campbell's, Sara Lee, Fritos, Betty Crocker, Pillsbury, Del Monte, Kraft, Stokely Van Camp, Nabisco, Heinz, Kellogg's, Tide, Crest.
What are you doing?
I'm reciting all the brand names you find at convenient food marts.
You can't do that. This is only a 30-second commercial.
Yeah, yeah. Shop happy at convenience. Try it now. Happy shop convenient fun mart.
On July 21st, the sleepy town of Princeton, Massachusetts wakes up to an antique auto show with hundreds and hundreds of cars.
That's old-fashioned.
Giant hot air balloons going up daily.
That's old-fashioned.
See the original Bonnie and Clyde car and the 1934 film of the actual ambush.
That's old-fashioned.
An old-fashioned time with the largest antique auto sale in the country. Nightly concerts in the round.
9 days of family fun starting July 21st at the former Princeton Auto Museum on Route 31 in Princeton, Massachusetts.
Bring your family. Bring a picnic.
Bring the kids for live elephant and camel rides and a pony-drawn trolley.
It's all waiting for you at the first annual Bay State Antique Automobile Exposition. $1 million in antique cars, auctions, an antique flea market, and the original Bonnie and Clyde car.
The first annual Bay State Antique Automobile Exposition? That's quite a name.
That's quite an event.
See the Bonnie and Clyde car and live elephants starting today, July 21st through July 29th.
Hi, we're Jay and the Americans, and we're listening to Woo Woo Ginsburg.
Woo woo.
Well, Woo Woo ain't too bad. It's Ginsburg that hangs me up.
Well, all I want is party down. Come along with me when I'm feeling wild. To be ever.
Buddy Knox and the Party Doll. Big party going on at Paragon Park, Nantasket Beach. It's WBZ's original Grease Weekend. Tonight at 6, B. Mitchell Reed, and then Larry Justin at 9. This is his song. Those are the platters. Actually, it's 4 platters in one dish. And the Great Pretender, and this is the The big blast from the past, WBZ's original Grease Weekend.
1955. Do you remember 55? See, 1955, it was pink shirts, chlorophyll, toothpaste. 55 was the year Elvis sang Love Me Tender, and James Dean made Rebel Without a Cause. Picture. James Dean and Natalie Wood and Sal Mineo nominated for 3 Academy Awards. They're showing it tonight on Channel 56. Rebel Without a Cause. I gotta watch that one. Tonight at 9 on Channel 56. The whole movie, nothing. James Dean and Natalie Wood in all their glory. And Rebel Without a Cause on 56. They always show good movies.
Rebel Without a Cause on Channel 56. And now, Lorelei with a beach report brought to you by Papagino's Pizza Restaurants with 45 locations, including Hyannis and Falmouth. And when you're hungry for something more, it's Papagino's. And now, Lorelei, are you there?
I am, Arnie.
You wearing a swimsuit or a wetsuit?
A little too cold here for that today. The Westinghouse air conditioner's gone haywire.
All right.
Thanks, Arnie. My chance to pitch a little woo with Woo Woo.
Ah, let's wind it up, baby.
Well, it's been no beach blanket bonanza around New England today, Arnie. I took another look down on the Cape to see what's doing, and the sun actually came out about 1 o'clock, but it's foggy and hazy again now. Temperature is 67, and the barometer reads 29.8. Dropped off a little since this morning. As far as fishing goes, in the Provincetown area, they're pulling bluefish from the surf. Some stripers, but even fishing slow today on the beach. Water temperatures are in the low 60s on the Cape, and the beaches hereabouts are free from seaweeds. Elsewhere, it's the same story. In Rhode Island, Misquamicut State Beach reports not a bikini in sight.
Where?
Misquamicut. How do you like that
I thought
one?
you said, okay.
Heaviest traffic today is in the Nantasket area. So it looks like you're wowing them, woo-woo.
Well, look, if you're not going to be in the beach, you got to come down to Paragon Park, Nantasket Beach. There's all kinds of things going on, and you'll be able to see, guys like B. Mitchell Reed. We call him the fastest mouth in the West. He'll be out here. Of course, Larry Justice from 9 to midnight, and he'll go on all day tomorrow, too. So, Lorelei, doesn't matter what the weather is, come on out to Paragon
I'll come
Park.
down and check you out, Annie.
Okay, wow. Yes?
These 2 eyes of mine get happy when they see Papa's sign. And these 2 hands start clapping away for all the good things coming today. So when I'm hungry, I don't want the same old thing. At Papa Gino's you can get anything when you're hungry for something more. Papa Gino's.
Well, if the sky is falling or my name isn't Chicken Little, it happens every time I get the urge for a pizza from Papagino's. And now it's getting dark, and I'll never be able to read the list. Was it Henny Penny who wanted spaghetti or Foxy Lopsy? No, he wanted a hamburger. Or was it a veal cutlet sandwich? There's 1 sausage and 1 pepper pizza for Ducky Lucky. No, Ducky won't eat meat, so there's 1 pepper and it must be onion. And I want a cheeseburger, although the cheese pizza's pretty good. Oh, dear.
When you're hungry for something more. Papa Gino's.
Hi, everybody. This is Dave Maynard with news on our fabulous trip this year that Crimson Travel has arranged. We leave October 4th by Pan Am jet from Boston. We'll be visiting London first, then on to Lisbon, Portugal, where our hotel will be in the beautiful Portuguese resort of Estoril. Then on to Seville, Torremolinos, and Malaga in Spain. Then we'll take a steamer across the Mediterranean to the northern part of Africa. We'll be visiting Tangiers, Casablanca, and exciting Marrakesh in Morocco. You know all the problems the dollar is having, and it'll be reassuring to have an expert Crimson escort with us at all time. The tour includes so much prepaid, before we go. It includes round-trip Pan Am jet hotels, most meals, sightseeing in each city, tips, taxes, and many special events like flamenco shows in Spain, a camel ride in Tangiers, and a traditional Moroccan farewell dinner in Marrakesh. The total cost is only $679 per person, double occupancy, plus 10% tax and service. If you'd like a free brochure, write to me, Dave Maynard, Crimson Travel, WBZ Boston, or call 868-2600.
Thank you, Davey Maynard. Remember my warning, if you ride a camel, do not ride a camel during mating season.
So fine.
Solid gold on the Grease Weekend, the Fiestas.
So fine. So fine. So fine. Arnie Ginsburg, the guy with the swinging show. He's on 103, playing all the songs you know. Whoa! Up and down the coast, everybody listens to the woo. playing rock and roll on BZ just for you.
Hey, woo-woo. I don't look woo-ish, but here we go. Big sounds out of the past. Number 1 in 1961, Del Shannon on WBZ Runaway. Hey, this woo-woo for you on WBZ's original Grease Weekend. Paragon Park, Nantasket Beach. Are you ready? This one from my special album, A Casket Full of Hits. It's Teen Angel.
Teen Angel, Teen Angel.
Mark Dinning, Teen Angel on WBZ. Woo Woo Ginsberg here. Coming up next, we're going to hear one of the original Grease hits.
Give somebody Dunkin' Donuts. Get some loving back. Give somebody Dunkin' Donuts. Get some loving back. Give somebody Dunkin' Donuts. Get some loving back. Give somebody Dunkin' Donuts.
Give somebody Dunkin' Donuts. Get some lovin' back.
All right. Hey, if you're between the ages of 7 and 18, you can explore nature this summer in a field study course at Boston's Museum of Science. Older kids can enjoy an introduction to cave exploration, while a younger set learns about ecology in museum classes and on field trips. Other courses begin July 9th and 10th. They've already begun. Well, call the Museum of Science anyway. 723-2500.
Let's have another party while we're gathered round. You got the taste, you got the style, the best we've ever found. We're all in this together. It's time we made it clear. All that is American premium quality beer.
Words alone can't describe Falstaff beer because you can't taste words, but you can taste quality. And Falstaff is America's premium quality beer.
We're all in this together. It's time we made it clear. Falstaff is America. Premium quality beer.
Falstaff Brewing Corporation, St. Louis, Missouri, and other cities. And this is the Ginsburg Brewing Corporation on WBZ.
'Cause all we want to do is make you happy.
And if giving you 100 free gallons of gasoline this summer makes you happy, you've got it. Your New England Ford dealers will give away free during the entire month of July 100 gallons of regular gas with every Galaxy 500, LTD, or full-size station wagon we sell. We call this exclusive Ford dealer offer of free gas the 100-gallon giveaway. We want our customers to get more happy mileage out of the summer. So we'll not only give you a good deal on our roomy station wagons or beautiful Galaxy 500s and LTDs, the cars where luxury comes as standard equipment, we'll even give you 100 free gallons of gas to boot. So get in on this 100-gallon giveaway. See your Ford dealer today.
Tell us what you want, we got it. Tell us what you need, we'll get it. 'Cause all we want to do is make you happy.
The greatest Grease of all time coming your way. WBZ's original Grease Weekend. All this weekend at Paragon Park, Nantasket Beach. Remember this one? Number 1 out of the past. The Crows and G. Original Grease Weekend. You're hearing it all just the way it was. Bringing it all back home. Right here on Radio 103.
You're listening to the greatest Grease of all time on WBZ Boston. Group W, Westinghouse Broadcasting.
Stand by for news. First, fast, factual, from the award-winning WBZ News Center.
It's 66 degrees in Boston. Tonight's low will be in the low 60s. I'm Art Gardner reporting the 3 o'clock WBZ News. Following is unbelievable, and you shouldn't believe all of it. It's all for fun as BZ relives the 50s and 60s.
And now, here he is,
weekend, we got a dozen greasers right out front here of the broadcast booth. I don't know where you all from, but you're beautiful. Let the good times roll. Why, sure, the good times reeling and rocking and rolling on WBZ.
I was taking a bath.
Grease Weekend. Bobby Darin.
Saturday night.
Splashing in and splashing on a Saturday night. Well, it's not splashing too much. In fact, the rain's kind of stopped here at Paragon Park, Nantasket Beach. Come on out. WBZ's original Grease Weekend. It'll be going on all night till midnight tonight. Then, let's see. Oh, B. Mitchell Reed, fastest mouth in the West, will be here at 6 o'clock tonight. And then from 9 to midnight, the one, the only, the original Larry Justice, bringing you all the sounds out of the past.
No matter where I'm going, I remember where I've been.
I've been living here on the Cape about 3 years now, and I prefer this time of day. Dusk. No people on the beach, just the sounds of the place. When there's nothing you feel you'd like to get away from, just pure New England, suspended in time. Or at least that's my version of it. It does something to me. Makes me feel like I'm a part of something. Later, when the sun's gone, I'll go on up to the house and have a beer. Narragansett, our own New England beer.
So fill a glass, my friend, and talk to me of home. Of home.
Save 10% on a six-pack of Narragansett lager cans during July. Narragansett Brewing Company, Cranston, Rhode Island.
Oh, Arnie Ginsberg, we sure dig you. The way you make me sound so funny too. Right on swinging like you do. Oh, Arnie, we love you. You're 1,000 miles away, but I...
The heartbeat's 1,000 miles away. Arnie Ginsburg, woo-woo, right here on WBZ, the original Grease Weekend. And there have been a mess of greasers out front here. It says they're the Lakeview Greasers from Waltham. It says, we've been here since 8 o'clock last night. We're leaving Sunday at midnight. Please play Rumble. Wolfman played Rumble earlier today, didn't he? Yeah. So maybe B. Mitchell Reed will play Rumble later on. Okay. Meanwhile, we salute all the greasers from Waltham, Tony and John Penzoni and Ralph Mano and Joe Quallett and John McGrath and Brian Somebody and Chris Boudreau. All of you greasers who came out here to take part in the original Grease Weekend, hooray for you. We give you a woo-woo salute. Play this one by the Chiffons. How's your do-lang, do-lang?
He's so fine.